coming in by the name of Dracula. Sends me a message on Instagram. Hello, I've been watching your channel for a minute and I love the content that you create. I was wondering if I could submit a photo of my hair through DMs instead of Reddit. He just doesn't know how to use that website at all. Yeah, no problem, you can do that. And I understand, Reddit does look confusing at first glance. Definitely looking like they've been freeforming in. I do suspect a little bit of bleach dye that has been put into these locks. But for the most part, I see his hair growing like up and forwards. Now, from what I can see, there's no separation going on here. Allowing your locks to come in naturally, unseparated, is the best way to freeform, because you can always choose to separate down the road if some locks are coming in too thick for your own liking. But I always encourage, grow the Congos in as best as possible. I can't even really fathom how many locks he has on his head at this point. But I do like the big natty roots that he's got going here. So now on the next photo, we can see that he's actually separated the freeforms and put them into 2-strand twists, taking apart and separating the Congos that were naturally occurring. Personally, I liked it the way they were growing in before, but I do question why you went ahead with this procedure. The 2-strand twist looking good still. Definitely looks a little easier to maintain. And then in this photo, he's got the what looks like new growth coming back in once again with the hoodie on. But he did leave a message saying, the first and last picture is my hair while I was rocking it freestyle for a minute. And then one of my friends came through and blessed my hair. I'm going for a slightly maintained look moving forwards. So this photo is when he was freeforming it. As you can see, a lot of afro. Personally, I feel like this look here is blessed. And this photo here, also very blessed before the separation. And then he said his friend came through and did a retwist, which would have involved tearing those apart. You can see a parting right down the middle of his scalp now. Moving forward, he wants that maintained look, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually up to you, because you gotta follow what your heart is telling you. Obviously, freeforming is not for everybody, and obviously maintained locks is not for everybody. So as long as you're listening to yourself and understanding your realizations of self, it's best to follow the flow which works well for you. So this photo here, actually my favorite one. Locks looking really healthy. I'm intrigued to see how these 2-strand twists turn out over time. And who knows? The possibility of you returning back to freeform one day is still there. This is the beautiful thing about locks. If you decide to freeform for a few months and then you go back to retwisting, then you can go back to freeforming. You can kind of choose whichever way you want as the process unfolds. Sicko Bob's dreads. Now, Sicko Bob can't really tell if these are Wicks or freeform locks. There isn't really any sign of manipulation for them to be Wicks, except for this one here. Kind of does look like it's been blunted. But I mean, in terms of the integrity of the locks, they look like they've been freeformed in. But in all reality, I would say that these were wicked together. We got some mad parting happening here. Actually, it's kind of crazy to see the way this lock has been parted. That could grow out into a massive flat, a massive freeform flat, much like the Baifal in Senegal. Easily could turn into that if left alone. But if he continues to go to the loctician to get them wicked together, then it wouldn't form that way, right? It wouldn't come in as good. Crazy that he's got Chucky and Chucky on the back of his on his back tattooed there. Wild. So I love seeing the new growth. And this dude here is with Kodak Black, hence why he's got the same forehead tattoo. A lot of ink. Jeez. Alright, so Dread Sponge in the middle of 2018, high top. Semi freeforms. And then someone finger coiled his hair in 2019. Very, very early stages of locks here. These will thicken up over time. I wanted them to lay flat, but they kept sticking up, as you can see in this picture. Having them stick up is a great feature. I would suggest embracing it and opposing to trying to get them to lay down flat. Because in time, they will lay flat eventually anyways. Took them out by myself and redid them by myself. Intriguing. They look good still now. And then started growing his hair again. I love the way these are looking a bit more natural now. Got some new growth. Follow me on Instagram, Not Nation, if you haven't already. Get your pictures posted. And some space for the roots to breathe. Same with this photo here. You can see that he's got a front taper and a side lineup going on for those high tops, but more of a natural look. And then he says, this video is of me now. It took a while for my hair to grow because at one point during 2018, I wasn't moisturizing my hair. And that slowed the growth. But originally I wanted just regular high top dreads. But I started looking into freeforms and thought they looked cool. So I stopped retwisting and just use a towel and just let them grow. Or I'll update you around the same time next. Sick. Ah, he's even got me on in the background on the TV. And then this is him now. So mad progression. Really nice progression on these locks, I must say. Wow, super stoked that you kept to it. Says, hey man, I support your YouTube and I have a YouTube video I was wondering if you can do a review on. He's got 200,000 views within the first year on the video. It's my 16-month journey. I'm a Torontonian too, man. Alright, so this video here, 16-month lock dread journey. So he started with the comb coils, or like the retwists. Little baby dreadlock buds, highly separated. Are those, it looks like they've been interlocked now at this point. With a little 360 view. Third retwist or third interlocking, I'm not really sure what procedure he's doing here. Then he's got them braided already. Wow. A lot of elastics to be done this way. I was gonna say your hair is pretty short to have those braids be put in on those locks so soon. That's wild. Now it's going a bit more natural. I like this look here. Retwist and line up. Okay, December 10. Fifth retwist. Gaining that length though. I see them growing. Good job at keeping track of all your video content here. Seems about once a month or once every other month he's getting them retwisted. Dreadlocks looking hype. Crazy. May 5th. So this is going into almost a year and a half. Got some ponytails going on. More braid styles. Which means a lot of pulling at the scalp. Mod head. Pattern. Crazy, that looks like popcorn. Pop can, I should say. Artist, Jamaican artist. Got some nice growth over the year and a half. Stay strong in the lock game for sure. And this guy here is mad I didn't open up his footage here. So it says, open my shit. He sent a lot. Holy moly. Alright, so from November 9th, 2021, Marlon Brown. Crazy looking fire. This is insane. Kind of like Dreadfro status. Real natty. I love the way of his hair texture. It's kind of got that loopy, curly, crinkly, very interesting. You can see how his locks are actually starting to thicken up. More so at the front. It's got one bleached dread. That's not even bleach blonde, it's bleached copper tone. Which is a great... I find it's a great tone to settle on. It's a copper opposed to like bleach blonde. Getting some length, they're thickening up. Yeah, they're looking good. Now notice his scalp compared to others on this review where there's no parting being shown versus maintained locks have a lot of parting being shown on the scalp. I love the way that they're kind of like a sloppy, not sloppy, but like it's a messy freeform look. Now, I can see that some of his locks are thickening up quite a bit, especially at the back. So there's a lot of room for his locks to change in size, in width, and I feel that if he doesn't do any separation, a lot of his locks will Congo up together quite easily. So these are actually really fire. A lot of them starting to look like flats now as well. True freeforms going on here. A lot of different shapes and sizes going on too. I feel like you got quite the journey ahead of you here. And lastly here, the ones in the back looking the thickest now. Very interesting. Super unique set of locks, I must say. Marlon Brown, thanks for sending those videos in and those photos. Definitely know I didn't mean to leave your things unopened for so long, but it happens when there's thousands of people that send in pictures like this. I don't tend to get to everything right away. But you made the show today, brother man, so appreciate your patience. Just like we gotta apply patience to our dreadlocks in the future to obtain really nice locks now. If that makes any sense. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video here. I'll see you guys next time.